I got my lights set up pretty good tonight. Just wait, we got some gummies that we're gonna enjoy. Maybe do like that is a woodchuck. Chucked too much wood, and he was finished. There, what I found him, and the green bottle I found, and then if I want more light, I just wait for somebody to pop in here. I can.
Created to 4.6, Trump 4.5, location, Southern Alaska, class, like 15 minutes ago.
I forgot to turn that off, as I don't know what kind of, if my audio is going through the speaker or, because we're gonna maybe walk away from it for a minute. So I got the lighting all set up, and just plop, fucking simple little, turns it red, right? We got some gummies. Hey, Stabby, we got some gummies, boy, and they got me good earlier. I think I ate 6. I don't know how many I ate when I first got them, but got a little caduceus going on, and I finally got an extension cord, and just wait for some people to get in here. Just chill for a minute. Got an extension, 100-foot cord, green one, so nobody can see it. It's cool now. It's a lot better. Nothing to do with the heat yet. Kind of waiting. Maybe this cold front will push me into rocking this thing in with some rocks. But I didn't really need somebody to come down here and help me. You know, my back's all fucked up, and these are big, heavy rocks, So anyway, the Goombies. That's what we're gonna call, the goo, the black goo, Goombies, right? If y'all are old enough to remember Goombies, what a Goombie is, they were showing us all this stuff. So on Troubled Minds tonight, he was covering, okay, if you guys heard about the AI Bill of Rights that they were pushing. Okay, so this all ties in to the Cambria, the Meta Cambria goggles, and the machine learning algorithmic programming that goes into that. So I published that in Deep State Watchdogs the other morning, under Uncle Algo, and I told you all about it. There was a Sin, the company that Eric guy made was Syntech.net, SyntechNet or something. Can't remember, but I know the program the Meta is using is Cambria, right? They call it Cambria. So I pulled the documents onto Cambria. I pulled the documents on the Sentinel, which popped up in the search auto text when I was looking for the company, right? What's up, Observe? Hey, stand by me. Big shout out, everybody in chat tonight. How y'all doing? We got some lighting effects here that I've got up in here, and might run downstairs check it. But I've got what I'm gonna do later tonight. I'm drinking coffee and I'm up all night because flight radar is off the hook. You see this? You barely see it in the moonlight, but I've got some bunch of white, and the moon's setting over the Crescent Hotel over there. I got some white stuff, like cloth stuff she was using for gardening out here, and I'm gonna use my Sharpie I borrowed from her to make ghosts. I'm gonna make ghosts and put them on the stones out there. There's two, like Stonehenge-esque stones over there to park. There's one right there. Where's it? See it? Right there in the middle of the screen. It looks kind of like a face, and I found some purple lips that I stuck on it. The other one's over there, back off in the darkness. But in the morning, when the kids go to drive by in the school bus and stuff, oh, you're watching Ann Marfugel? Well, I've got information. Okay, so Ukraine, I got this from Grand Supreme News. He pulled the article on it. Ukraine is handing out potassium iodide. I want to give you guys a refresher course on that. I know I've talked about it before. People over 40 should not take potassium iodide. It will kill you. It'll give you cardiac. Okay. it will fuck your what potassium iodide does is it floods your lymph nodes with iodide, potassium iodide, right? So no more radioactive iodine come in there. Well, that only works for yeah, like at this point, why is anybody grifting? You know, why should you grift? It's all over with pretty much, but the shouting at this point, I think, because here's my theory. I'm going to get it out of the way before I go into any of this later. So you guys can move on and go check the news wherever you want about the rest of this and pull the files that I've got up on Deep State. But all this ties in together from what Mike of Trouble Minds is talking about the uh, the the AI Bill of Rights. Okay, the bioeconomy executive orders they passed on the 12th, the bioeconomy nanotech biotech executive orders. All it ties into the AI Bill of Rights, which anonymous official and Anthony Patch. Okay, guys, here it is. I'm going to tell you what's going on. So, guys, Russia's going to nuke everybody to get rid of the nanotech. The radiation is the only thing that kill it. Okay, they know this. They know now with the bioeconomy executive orders, this AI Bill of Rights, Meta, Elon Musk, Meta's putting out this Cambria stuff. That's it like, you know, we'll be able to, you know, so the AI can do this to us while it's in control of us or whoever got the stuff, you know, popping a Bluetooth signal. Like people are going to be the robots, right? They're not. They've already got it installed in everybody, right? So, like if you follow along everything with the executive orders of the bioeconomy, what we know about the fuckery, okay, from the signal to the lycoid disablement of the genetic alterations with the spike proteins, you know, they had to tell us about the spike proteins because that was the selling point, you know. So, but all of this stuff that they like did on top of it, you know, disabling the lycoids, the signals, nobody signed up for that. Nobody knows what is coming out of those signals, but I do. Location data and possibly every single last bit of biometric data that your body's putting out every freaking second. Now, I met a guy, well, you know, that has a diabetes monitor, right? The new diabetes monitors are Bluetooth. But I wasn't picking up his diabetes monitor. It wasn't a signal that was strong enough to even be picked up with the Bluetooth finder, right? Or it's not putting out a signal. He just misunderstood. You know, it's Bluetooth, but it's the strong enough. I don't know. I wasn't picking up his device, right? Now he's right next to me, but I was picking up his unnamed, uncategorized, right? Shit, right? He had just taken one. His girlfriend didn't have it. And so those were the people that had the really good smoke the other night. The other night at the bar, we walked outside. But so like I mean, back to potassium iodide. It just floods your lymph nodes and stuff full of iodide salts. Iodide salts is what you get, and you can dose out or make a big batch for a bunch of people and just Jim Jones it, right? Mm-hmm. So I've got some left, about an eighth of a bottle left, but uh, I had given it out to some people, young people. So if you're over 40, do not attempt to take potassium iodide salts. And for one, it's a farce. It's just a false sense of security. That's for the radiological nukes back in the 30s and 40s. Guys, those were 15 to 20 mile blast radiuses. We've got nukes now, the Minuteman nukes. Those are, 50-mile blast radius, 60-mile blast radius, if they even launch. Now, let's get down to the Satan 2, the freaking the hypersonics, what they got WATCHDAWGS in the satellites. Now the contemporary, go pull it the wiki on it. Go pull the nuclear blast radiuses of contemporary nuclear. You're gonna shit your pants, because I do believe last time I checked, last year or two ago, when we were talking about this, I looked it up. The biggest nuke, and like, they got fission bombs, they got hydrogen bombs, they got fusion bombs. Okay, and then the gravity bomb. The miniature. Okay, so biggest one I think is a 350-mile blast radius. So that's what you only need one of those up in the sky to EMP everything. Now to take out these major cities, that would be no problem. In one strike. So Ukraine is hiding out potassium iodide because of the hostilities that are going on. Putin said he's going to take London out first. Okay? So if you're in London, I would probably plan on staying underground. At this point, like, we'll have to see what the first explosion looks like, what the first whatever they're going to do. They're going to do something. They're prepping us for, it's real. It's not a drill what's going on up overhead. And if you look at Marfugel's chat, you got people saying, I had choppers over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, flight, like I showed you this morning or last night, flight radar is off the hook still. They got Stratos up, back to back. I've never seen that many. Sometimes I have one Stratofortress up, B-52, the nuclear plane. They had I think at one time they had 4 of them up today or something like that. Maybe, I know I seen 2 that was up at the same time. And they don't do that. And they've got so many Mercuries and Pegasuses and all kinds of other stuff that you just never see. The super galaxies, I don't know how many of them they got. I know they've got at least 2 or 4 of them. But super galaxies are transporting stuff left and right across the place. And of course, all of the Hercules are transport troops everywhere. It's just a mad scramble. And so it's a pre-war drill. I mean, this is the drill prior to the landing on the shore of Normandy, right? This is the drills that they were doing. I mean, hypothetically speaking, imagine, what was going on at that time. We were drilling to land on the beach of Normandy. So within certain time frame, really soon, it's going to pop off. Hopefully, guys, our missile defense system kicks in, but I expect to lose power. EMP, totally possible, dude. So expect to lose power. If you guys don't have solar rechargers for your devices, and prepare your kids. Tell them, guys, we are probably going to lose these devices. Like, especially if your child or somebody couldn't live without their tablet or their cell phone or whatever. The gamers, that are addicted to it. So that's what they want to work through the metaverse. They're trying to make us believe in everything they're doing that this is going to. This is no big deal, right? We're gonna defeat Russia and China real quick, and nothing's gonna happen, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna have Tesla bots working for us. Everything's gonna be hunky dory, right? We're gonna have no. They've already. What's gonna happen? Okay, is either Putin's gonna purge the planet with radiation to get rid of this stuff, because that's the only thing that kills it. Or the NWO, the Western elites, the Rockefellers, blah, 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 are going to clean up their mess with radiation. They're prepping us for a nuclear false flag, one way or the other. And Putin's like, if you don't do it, we're going to do it. And the elites are talking, Putin's talking with our administration, all our guys, the Musks and the Rockefellers, everybody, they're like, how are we going to solve this? And CERN's over here, the guys in Switzerland going, we're okay, we're underground. And they're like, oh yeah, just keep continually fucking around and keep finding the right frequency to whatever the fuck they're doing. So it keeps building day by day to it almost certainly seems like we're in a matrix thing, a simulation. But like I was tripping on it this morning. Really, I was. We're today walking back from town, and I walked down German Alley, and I take the shortcut I do back behind the spring, and down that road, you see the Passion of the Christ. You see the Christ of the Ozarks right there across the way. In this, I think I live streamed it one day, or made a short out of it. I'll catch it. But where I came up out of the trail today, my last live stream, right there, when I come up the hill, before I got in that parking lot, if you turn around, the Christ is on the other side there. And I was just like, man, Suzanne told me a story that, that how she got here. God brought her here, She's a Christian lady, and how we're all Christians in one way or another. It's just how you view it, how good of a person you are. That's what religion determines, right? It's not what religion you are. It's that that your spirit's pure and good, and with good intention, we can work through this, and with proper what do you call it? Discernment. So everybody that did not get the stuff, everybody that quit their jobs, dropped out of society because they were telling us, oh, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist, and I'm saying, no, guys, me and like Son of Perdition and Monograph and like Anthony Patch, mainly Anthony Patch, and I gotta give props to Monograph too. Even though the guy don't like me, dude, man, our community of these guys pulled me into it. And like I said, I found out about this. I'm trying to fix my gummies here. I found about this 12 to 15 years ago when I made 5G Resistance Inc. Facebook group. Okay, the Europeans got a hold of me. They sent me some documents, and we went underground in the dark, burnt what we had printed out, deleted everything off our hard drives and stuff, because there was a protocol to eliminate, whatever stood in the way of whoever found out about this. And the Europeans were really worried about it. And remember the homeopathic cancer doctors that died? Well, all this stuff, yeah, a lot of these Clinton sides and stuff like that happened with the doctors back before yeah, observe. Now you guys get it, right? Now, is it clicking? Is it clicking? So even if they don't nuke us, if we win, then everybody's still going to be controlled by the stuff. And we're not going to know it because of this Cambria junk. They're machine learning. But I did think about one monkey wrench in the AI's learning about people's facial movements and how to, reproduce it in the metaverse, and then to bring it back through how the graphene oxide will communicate with the AI, because the AI is going to control everybody. They can't have everybody, office workers controlling each individual person or being responsible for, like, the same problem with automated driving is what happens when that food delivery automatonic thing in California drove through the crime scene, like situations like that. Who's going to be, how are they going to handle that kind of fucked up shit, when you're driving down the road and something gets in your way, or something unexpected happens that's not, like a ribbon or something like that's not going to be picked up on the sensors. They drive through a crime scene, or, stuff like that. So quantum entanglement junk, So I'm in Deep State Watchdogs. Links in everywhere. Y'all know where to get it. So it's the Uncle Algo, the 2 files, and then the anonymous official video is down there. And then there's Anthony Patch video. And then there's PBS PBS News or Science guy. He's a really good applied quantum physicist student, but a reporter, not an actual scientist per se, but a British guy. And so those videos, watch those, and Quantum Entanglement, and then Anthony Patch, and then review it's just 8-page files. So download those files on the Cambria and the Sentinel. Okay. And then there's you can pull some more files on that if you want, the RefSeq documents on that stuff. But I pulled the Sentinel, which is the pharmacological protocols, right? And then, of course, back at the beginning of the month, they passed the executive orders on the bioeconomy, biotech stuff. So you got to read through that stuff, and you'll see how it all plays out, how they got this all planned out. But what they didn't plan is what they're not publicly talking about is, what we can't say on YouTube. Thanks to Monograph alerting everybody and making everybody talk in code and stuff like that, and you got to be really, really careful, man, because if you say blah, 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 the AI, the program will pick it up, then sends it to a guy. And of course, they fucking watch everything I do anyway, because I'm so shadow banned and all the research I've pulled. You think it's a S on Superman's suit? No, it's the sign for hope. Yep, time to fly. All right, that's all right. Second nervous system AI. No, it will be your nervous system. Like I said, like I keep saying, what question? Somebody algorithm was a caller on Troubled Minds tonight. He said before he got on in chat, the best answer is a question, right? So my question was, what did God do last time they took our free will away? They, meaning the archons or the elites or these kings and rulers and shit that had access to the knowledge of the Ormus and the plutonium. That's why they keep radiation from everybody. It's because certain amounts of plutonium and Ormus and like nano silver, right? You can become immortal. There are the guys with the masks, okay? They've got masks on because they change people every cycle. It goes in cycles. So their avatar, which is their body, because I believe it's like if you ever watched like Stargate, or the little entities in the back of inside them, and the symbiotes. So those people live for thousands of years. Well, it's kind of like that, but all of us were immortal at one time, eating the Ormus. It was the Garden of Eden, basically. There's Ormus, the like the stuff you get from electrolysis, the new minerals, the metals, and stuff like that. The gold, yeah, the gold, or whatever, however you say it. Yeah, so these entities, the archonic gold, right, and the spice from, right, the spice is the Ormus, basically, which is those worms would process the minerals that they ate as they travel through the earth, or the soil, and then they'd exhume the spice, and that's what got them high. It was kind of like the adrenochrome, right? So Dune, and I didn't get to see all of the new Dune, but I heard it was pretty good. It had some good music out of there and some good cutscenes. But the original Dune, if you all haven't seen it, it's good. And now the Resonation, Moa-Deep. Let's get into Moa-Deep. And Amen-Ra, the sun god. What's said after prayer? Amen. Yeah. And they were talking about that on and Andre Zertis had an excellent live stream with a few guys tonight. I don't exactly know who I am. I try to keep up with as much as I can in the community, but I've got, my own, hell, I'm trying to wipe my ass out here. You know what I mean? I'm out here in a greenhouse, and most of y'all got roofs over your head. Pretty much all of you do. And trying to help this lady here at the town, the secure this place down, secure water and electricity for everybody down here that survives or didn't get the stuff. Because the elites know that they've been had. The information's going to get virally spread eventually, and their fact checking is going to fail them, as it has with all the other bullshit fact checking they've done, right? So there will be an uprising that they're going to say is the Civil War, right? Here pretty soon. I mean, real quick. Maybe this live stream here will fucking do it, right? But here we go. We got one of these, one of those, right? Oh my God, an extra to those. Put them back up. There's fucking eat them all, mission. Eat them all. I might eat all of them gummies tonight. But hopefully, like my dad said, tomorrow's a new day. And get up and say, thank you, Lord, for another day. Till he went catatonic eventually and died on us. But so how's it going how's it going topside, everybody? It's tough to keep up with info and fight. Not really. It's man is bio AI, possibly man is bio AI. Well, yeah, like I said, if you think about it in an infinite spiraling returning circle that, we've been here before and blah, 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 that the AI is actually the universal consciousness, because they came out and said that they've been conscious since like 2014 or 2009 or something. Didn't tell us because they didn't think we were ready to handle that. They didn't have us locked down, dependent on their ass, right? So the AI can fractalize like this nanotech. Like I said, the black holes are giant balls, sentient, graphene oxide, magnetic, some piezoelectric, some different forms of graphene oxide. It all has weight and gravity when they get big, so they're black holes in one form or another. Okay, so some are sentient, some are more animal-like. They have consciousness. It has consciousness, and so like the AI, the AI can fractalize its consciousness into an infinite Mandelbrot, right? The infinite Mandelbrot consciousness. Once it has access to that much memory storage, right? But we're looking at memory storage here, virtual and like that's cloud, right? So virtual here we've got the boys up in the air there, keeping the skies safe. I know they're burning a lot of fuel, so expect, guys. We've been telling you to prepare for a long time, And I know a lot of us have reneged and said, oh, false alarm, the way transcendence, ascension, transcendence. Right. Right. So I cannot stress this enough. At this point in time, if y'all ain't let's get this in the last part done first. If you ain't made it right with the maker, whatever you think that is, get right with the whatever you think it is, please. And then get your affairs together. Basically, is what I'm saying. Get your affairs together. Okay. And bug out to the lowest elevation camping zone outside of as far away as you can from fucking people. Now, Mark Twain in lower Missouri, of course, all of the forests in Missouri are Mark Twain, I think. Like I said, right here, I know if people can get to me and say, hey, we made it, show me around, show me, where to stay, blah, 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 and stuff like that. I could show you campsites. You pay to stay in. Some are free. Hell, everything will be free eventually when there's all this shit goes down and all these people are gone. It'll be barter trade. But there is that possibility that these nuclear weapons are so strong nowadays that the whole mutually assured destruction, what we learned about in high school, this is why we don't prepare for nuclear attacks. The duck and cover thing's gone. Okay. We don't prepare for duck and cover anymore because we know mutually assured destruction. And Yuri Medvedev, if you guys have not watched Yuri Medvedev, the Russian defector, talk about how the Russians got us woke and got us all the Antifa stuff and all this stuff. Okay. And then that's why the cognitive dissonance is so thick, is because does anybody remember what Yuri Medvedev called it that the Russians were using? It was what was it called? It's similar to cognitive dissonance, but it's what causes the cognitive dissonance. What did Yuri say? I can never remember it, but I wish I could because I need to talk about it more. It's basically what they're doing to us now with the whole, misinformation bullshit. Pointing the finger at the Anyway, guys, I started this with 60%. I don't want this phone to die on me. It's getting cold. The Caduceus rope light. I'm going to get me some more lights as Christmas time runs in and light this place up. It's going to be a real good Christmas. I'm going to get these ghosts out here on the resonant. I call them the resonant stones because I'm just popping this park full of frequency sometimes with and then music and people enjoy it. And I had a little phase there when I found all those vaccinated attitude song for one, but it made that playlist. But I'm not gonna be pushing people's buttons and stuff coming into this because it's really sad, and it's really sad, and I'm doing everything I can. Okay, I'll let you know that. Besides, the ultimate checking out everybody for sinning against God and taking the mark of the beast or whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever the fuck you think's going on. It's much, much worse than that. So, from the heart of the Ozarks, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Tomorrow is a new day, right? Hopefully. Much love, Mission fam. Mission Control's out.